Testing 1, 2, 3. All right. Okay, so let's not pop filter on my mic. All right. What's going on? We're here. How you doing? Let me turn Discord back on.
I tried to add you, I think.
You did?
A long time ago. I don't know if it ever went through. This is awkward.
Oh,
Wait,
hey
you
guys.
did?
Hey guys. Hi.
Oh, hey.
We are
Hey.
going. We are live now.
We
Hey,
definitely are friends.
Oh, there we go.
You couldn't hear me because I couldn't hear you. The stream couldn't hear you, and I couldn't hear you.
Well,
Oh, that's
you
great.
you
I'm
had it
glad.
deaf and mute. What were you doing?
I'm so glad. Cause yeah, we were talking about randomness.
Yeah. They actually have a actual application for cuddle buddies.
Oh yeah, I've heard
Alright.
about those.
I just sent
I didn't
you
think those bagels.
I just sent you a message so you can send me the link.
Yeah,
Wait,
I was like,
did.
wait.
Are you gonna apply for that?
No,
For
I
cuddle
just think it's
buddies?
hilarious.
We got
I might have.
Not making me have to log into something.
We got Carefree
I
and we
might-
got Mr. Axion.
Hey. Hi, everyone.
Hello. We're gonna play some
Hi.
video novels. Carefree, I think, is strapped down by work, so not gonna be reading, but that's okay. You know, we like people here. All right, so what we're gonna be doing is
I'm reading.
here I'm gonna send you this link. It's just gonna be in the voice chat. And
Wait, to play the game?
well, what game are we playing?
Clock around at 2?
Clock around at 2? No.
Oh,
we played
crap.
that. We played that last week. We played that last time. That is
Oh,
that
man.
is our game.
Right, so I just
Clock out at 2.
that's
That
just
is
like
that is our game. We're gonna be working on more of it. We're gonna be having a new version of it being developed soon, so that's gonna be exciting. But for now, we're gonna be playing something else. If people really wanna go circle back to it, we'll play it again though. For those that might have missed, I might come back at that. I might come back to Clock out at 2 a little bit later.
so we're also playing a game from the link you just sent.
Yep, but what game is it? I don't know.
Let me visit this website. Oh, this is the whole Spooktober.
Yeah, so it's
No, there's a lot on this list.
there is so the wrong Evelyn. We got
Please don't trust me.
ooh, I didn't see that one. Scavenge Red Zero.
Where are you seeing that?
Candy Catch. It's Candy Catch. Sounds fun. Sounds cute.
And then there's Hardships of a Vampire.
Oh, where's that at? Want to try that one?
Nah. I'm
Alright, which one? Let's see. Lagrange's Halloween Adventure. Undead String. That's the demo of it anyway.
There's a Disconnect.
Disconnect.
Yeah, like where are you seeing your games?
Mr. McRain has no fear. I'm kind of down in the list.
Ah, okay.
The
Today
Widow's
is the end of the world.
Shape of the Circle. That sounds kind of interesting. We can't sit in here all day. Let's see.
Okay.
There's Head Over Heels.
Well, Sounds like a love story.
Yeah, it looks like a love story. It's got lots of pretty people in it.
Head over heels, wheels.
Let's see. But the tagline of Head Over Heels is Chase Cube, Tundra Flame, Dulcia. Oh no, that's not the tagline. The tagline is Doulahan goes to a speed dating event. Will she fall head over heels or trip on her chances for love? Well,
I can go for that. Yeah, let's go down. Wait, there's dream in and dream out. What? But I can go for that.
all right. Head over heels.
Yes, head over heels.
Hold on.
Chicken good wings.
Let me see. Let me see something. I'm gonna visit the page. Let's see. Looking for love in all the wrong places when her roommate suggests she checks out a speed dating service in the city. She's hesitant at first, but eventually caves. Join her as she meets the monster girls of her dreams.
So someone just invited me to Tinder. The monster version, though.
30k words. Does this say 43 romance options? What?
Oh yeah, I want to try that out.
I mean it, Momo. Stay off the page. 7 unique endings.
I just have to unmute to appreciate that number of options.
That's a lot of options.
Not since Uncle Neighbor have I seen so many.
43 options? Why?
I have
why
43.
Are there so many?
Because you need more options to choose
How
from.
are there 43 options but only 14 illustrations? You know what? Okay.
Are they still update? Are they still updating the game?
Because of the way the gem works, you can't really well, you can update like fix bugs and add like little things, but you can't like add whole things into it. Like you can't do all that.
But the jam only lasted for like 31 days, right?
No.
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 All right, we're just gonna.
Hey, Kiara.
Hey, Jaden.
Hey, Jade.
It's fine. Everyone says my name at least once. No one's gonna remember it.
I try to I forget to go by code names, but
Yeah, action just
At least once. I usually
just doxing everyone.
I'm not doxing.
I see Bruce's name too sometimes. I go Dabu.
Well, yeah, but that's not my name though.
Technically, it's a uwu version of your name.
True. But I mean, I am professionally out here, so everybody knows my name's Dave anyway.
True. Oh yeah. That's fine. I'm not streaming. I don't stream regularly. I stream like twice a year. Speaking about streaming, sir,
Yes.
I need to bother you and the good Lemon Buddy for some some game sharing on my PS5 so I can test it because our last attempt was terrible.
Oh yeah, that did not work.
Oh yeah.
Did not work out very well. We need to test that because that was very weird. Discord was fighting the app on my phone and tablet. So I think it was forcing me to use the app alone to talk to people.
Yeah.
So we need to do some testing on that the next time you got like an hour to waste.
I stopped playing Genshin Impact for a bit, but I can
I
hop on
I
real quick.
I haven't been really playing. I've been spending like just an hour, just long enough to primo gem grind, so I can pull for the next Archon and the next update, which is quite a few days.
Yeah. What happened was I did my first 10 pull, which was cool,
Yeah.
but I got me a new character and some really strong weapons. That's what I got, but I felt like that was a waste, and I said, well, at least I still have 4,000 primo gems, so I'm
Yeah.
full.
Wait, how do I? Uh-oh.
I got the new character that came out, Nouvellette, and I got his book for my secondary account. For my main account, I'm just primo gem grinding so I can pull for Farina because I want the Hydro Archon on my main account.
Hold on.
So
Ah,
Oh, there you go. Oh, it showed up. Perfect. All right, cool.
I've just
everybody's
been
getting.
primo gem grinding. And
You
I've
got to
also been
bet.
just swimming around because swimming around is fun in the game. I love their ocean graphics. They did well. They did extremely well with the ocean.
Oh man,
Mm.
you got like the better water character. I got like the lesser better water character. You got the
I
water
got
character that
no,
floats.
I desperately attempted to get Nouvellette because it helps soothe my
Oh
ghost
wait, the
pet.
game's starting.
The game is starting.
All right,
All
here
right,
we
wait. Is
go.
this does this have audio or hold on?
Da, 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 da. Oh,
If there is no audio, that means we all get to talk as a monster people. Woot.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're gonna have voices anyway, but I mean, like, I can. I mean, there is music on the. There is music on the start screen, but I
Yep.
didn't hear.
Also for further notice, I am going to torture both you and our lovely friend with pictures of cinnamon rolls I'm going to make later.
Hmm.
what? You're
Tasty.
Yes.
making. You're gonna torture us with cinnamon rolls, and you're never going to send them.
All right. Who's gonna?
I still gotta figure out how to send those over to you guys.
All right.
Mm.
So who's
Okay.
gonna be? What's her name? Is her name given? Her name was
So
given in the thing, but
Mm.
the person at Crossroom is called Momo, right?
I guess I don't know.
Mm.
How could you? Oh, yeah.
Wait, if I do this, can you still see the whole game?
It
Yes.
has a clock over it, but there's a clock over it.
A clock over it.
Yeah, there's like a.
You haven't been with anyone since Sam.
Oh,
Oh, it
You've
does
got
have
Oh,
to
voice.
get
there's.
Act-
out there.
Oh, it does
Try
have voice. Act-
again.
Okay.
There's
Hmm.
lots of people who'd love
as
to
voice
meet
acting.
you.
I guess it
Okay.
does. All right. I guess we're not reading. All right. Well, never mind. Dang, I wanted to
Well,
pick one
there you
without
go.
voice acting. Well.
You
In
can
the future,
mute the audio if you wanted us to voice
we,
act.
Nah, we got voice actors. We'll let them. We'll let them go. We'll let them do their thing.
all
Listen,
right.
you don't even
Is
need
it
to go
just me or the
define a
stream volume?
relationship.
Okay, the
Maybe
stream
you
volume
can
probably is not
just,
up. Okay.
I don't know, try to find some new friends.
It almost sounds like Ari a little bit. I mean, dang it, Dexter too. Well,
Yeah.
she's a professional voice
Yeah.
actor. She'll be okay.
Look at people just doxing everybody out here.
That also sounds like the famous Ariana Abraham.
Uh, uh,
Hey,
it
she's a voice actor, so it's okay. She has to be alone. People gotta
you're
hire her.
right, dude. It does sound a bit like her. It
It
does. It does
does.
sound.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So it's technically like she's here.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh wait, no, not everyone has voice acting. Okay.
Oh, so it's just one specific person.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Mo.
Hold on. Let me do something. I got.
So the
Okay.
MC is the silent protagonist as usual.
Yeah. I mumbled something vaguely, assuming, and covered my face with my hands. Bruh, 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 bruh. She was right. I absolutely, positively hated to admit it, but she was right. I hadn't been leaving the house other than to go to work and to the grocery store for months.
Fine, I'll
I
go.
feel you, sister.
But just this once, okay?
Oh, she,
After this, no more.
oh, she does have a voice. All right, well,
Oh.
that rings bells.
I guess the
Okay.
little monologue is silent.
If you don't have a good time, never again.
I'm sorry, that does sound.
All right?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that sounds
wild. That's
straight.
That
I,
voice.
I wouldn't be surprised if
Let's
I would
not
need.
let's not out anybody for
I'm
anything.
I'm not trying to.
I don't think it is, but
Uh, the voice is really close, right?
yeah.
I would like to do the inner monologue voice. I don't
Okay.
mind.
Okay.
Mm. Oh, I lifted my head, my arms to look directly at her and narrow my eyes, searching for her deceit.
You promise?
Cross my heart.
The demonic woman giggled as she swished her heart tip-tailed across her chest. I shivered as I stood outside the restaurant. It was a nice place, higher end, the kind of place with tablecloths and candles. I handed my code to the host as I entered.
I'm here for the singles event.
She's here for the singles event.
Without a word, the host gestured for me to follow him. I obeyed and he walked around the corner at a brisk pace, leading me to a table set up in a row. He pulled out of my chair opposite the aisle and monitored for me to sit. Momo was in the chair next to mine. She waved she waved me over and I quickly went.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Oh, do I have to? Oh,
Hey, fancy
Oh,
seeing you here.
I lowered myself into the chair and then took my surroundings. There was a paper on the table that explained that the seated group would remain seated and the second group would rotate. I had been placed in the stationary group. Each table pairing would have 5 minutes to talk to each other. A card was also sitting next to the instructions to mark down, and I would like to meet again.
oh man, this
Sounds
gives
like
me this gives me the
speed dating.
flashback of the. It is. It gives me flashback of the speed networking thing they were doing at
Speed
GDC.
dating is the
Uh,
worst.
like at the end of the event, I could turn in my card. After the system did its work, I would receive an email containing the contact info of anyone I marked down who also wanted to see me again. A few moments after I sat down, the bells rings. The event was
Oops,
dang.
sorry.
Like the event is starting. I must have been nearby the last to arrive. I almost surprised that Momo beat. Oh, I'm almost surprised that Momo beat me here. But on reflection, it makes sense. She's always impatient to pick up a new bell. A moment later, the first potential suitor arrived. Mmm.
Wolf.
Sliding into the side across from me was a tall, athletic hellhound girl. The hellhound's massive paws looked like they could lift the table between us. Her chair, and without so much as breaking a sweat, the flames over her eyes were low as fir- were low at first. But when she glanced across the table at me, they sparked a bit. They sparked a bit to life. Yeah.
Hey, my name's Cindy. What's yours?
I'm Bez. Nice to meet you.
She smiled and her eyes lit up the room. Literally, I could feel their heat across the table.
So, Cindy, I have to ask, what's with the getup?
I gestured at her clothes and smiled a bit of a sheepish smile.
I had track practice today. I came straight here afterwards.
If you look this good after a run, I can only imagine how good you look when you haven't been.
Well, Bez with the pickup lines right off the gate.
That is like a
Yeah.
strong. Oof.
I didn't even have a choice. She just does that? Okay.
Sydney laughed and sat back in her seat, putting her hands up in surrender.
Okay, okay. You got me. I conned my roommates into watching my little sisters for me so I could come out to this. I told them I would be out running.
Oh, I know the feeling. I have a little brother at home. You used to have to watch him all the time.
Then you know how much of a hassle it can be. It's nice to get a night to myself. Between the studying and the girls, sometimes the track is the only time that's mine.
Studying? Are you a student?
I feel like I recognize her voice too.
Sid, Cindy leaned forward, and I could feel the flames of her eyes from where my head sat on the table.
Yeah, I'm a kinesiology major at CCU in my third year.
She's what?
Oh,
Kinesiology.
wow. That's an interesting major to have.
What is that?
Uh, Kinesiology?
It's kinesthetics. You know, people who learn in a certain way.
Oh, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Like,
To
yeah.
me, to
Yep.
me, that still will take too much time.
That sounds so promising.
Like kinesthetics? Okay.
Yeah, kinesthetics, the way you move. That's it.
I just
Way you
Basic.
finished
move.
my bachelor's of social science with a focus in sociology at SFTU.
These universities.
Congrats on finishing. Did you hear about how some wild child managed to convince the mayor over there to give her control of the police force?
Oh my god, yes! Absolute insanity. Glad I moved back here when I did. Way safer.
Sydney opened her mouth to say something else, but as she did, the bell rang, and it was time to switch partners. Dang it! This really does sound like a speed working event.
This is speed dating.
Yeah.
You get into the conversation and it's over.
Or you sit there awkwardly with the person trying to build something and it just never happens. And you're like,
Yeah,
You'd be
there's
like,
that too. But hopefully the
"Can I
next one
get?"
will be that awkwardness.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Hold on. Sydney frowned slightly and sat up. As she got out of her chair, she reached across the table with her right paw at the same time as I reached out of my left. Instead of shaking my hand, she took it gently, delicately even. I was surprised by how soft her paws was. She was clearly powerful, and her strength radiated from her, and yet I didn't feel threatened. I felt complete opposite. I felt safe. As she
Aww.
As she took my hand, she looked into my eyes and smiled wide. The flames in her eyes lit the room once again, but the warmth only caressed my cheeks.
Hope I see you around.
Yeah.
Honestly, my visual in my brain is that this head is on the table and the headless body is shaking the hand.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah.
My
With a wink,
visual.
with a wink, she was gone.
I feel like the head's sitting on a plate for some reason.
That would be the
Uh,
worst. Hilarious.
it took all my willpower to not watch her walk away.
Ow, you're a head on a plate.
Wow, she had some real mommy energy, didn't she?
Nice to make this awkward.
I had forgotten Momo was there.
Fucking hell, Momo. Can you keep it in your pants for 5 seconds?
No,
Fuck in hell? That is exactly what I plan to do when that beefcake makes her way back over to me.
We're there now.
Wow.
I'm like, what? We're there now.
Wow. Oh. I listened. Like Honey Pop had some bad lines, but that's worse than
That's
Honey
worse.
Pop.
Yeah.
All right, next game, I'm going to take a closer look at the whatevers. Wait, how come they?
As I groaned, the next girl walked up to the table.
I see you're as enthused to be here as I am.
Are you?
Gross.
It looks like she's forced to by knife point.
Right. She's like, I do not want to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I tilted my head upwards, and I was surrounded by the color of her flames for the second time that evening.
Are fire elementals having hard times getting dates? What's with this?
Probably. I gasped before I could stop myself and tilted my head back down in embarrassment.
I was pushed into coming by someone,
I gave Momo a side-eye glance.
but I have been having fun so far.
The phoenix sat down, wait,
Punctually.
Perfunctorily.
oh, perfunctorily, with a shrug of her shoulders? I've never heard of that word before. Where's the voice?
She's thinking, so I guess. Just read it.
Okay, why is she here? And if she's so unhappy with it, what's to be gained? What's to be gained? Was she forced into coming here by a friend like me? Or...
My name's Cabeza, but my friends call me Bez. What's your name?
Hey, Lady you remember we were just talking about you.
For anything.
Yes, we was.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I
I goofed, and then I picked a game that has like a bunch of voice acting, and I was like, oh shoot, I should have looked through the whole page. So now we'll get through one ending unless somebody really wants to see another ending, and then we're gonna flip the game. But there is someone in here that sounds strikingly like you.
It's Momo.
You verily, verily like you.
Yeah, all the way.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I'll hear this.
But this voice actress is perpetually horny in this game, so I don't know.
Okay.
Of all the games I had to pick, it was this one. That's how I just. I promise I promise I'm innocent.
Don't worry.
But you are.
We believe it.
You are innocent.
Okay.
We believe it. Don't worry.
Okay, she already said I go by first. I don't remember it's just short for anything. Okay.
Huh? She doesn't remember?
She's a phoenix. She was reborn.
Was it a cat?
Wait, what? Huh?
Was the character a cat?
I
No.
believe the character is a succubus.
Oh, okay then. No, I don't think I played a succubus.
I don't think she said.
This looks like it.
Do you
He's
remember
a
what kind
succubus
of
character.
stuff you like to do? Any hobbies? Or work?
Foles put her head to her chin, maintaining a completely neutral expression.
Well, I enjoy my work and I'm quite good at it. I'm a chemist of sorts.
Haha,
She-
get it?
Underground
She
dealer.
works
So
with
cool. What have
chemistry.
you been doing lately?
Underground dealer.
I took some chemistry in high school, so.
So I'm pretty good at it, you know.
Foles cut me off.
It is far above high school level chemistry.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Just say I
good.
deal in
Red
the
flags. All right.
I'm sorry.
This speed dating has failed.
I deal in the
I'm not
prawn.
very good at these
That's all you
things.
have to say.
These
I'm an OnlyFans subscriber.
Okay, we know when he said that.
all
I am not good
this,
at
all
people.
this, oh,
It
it's
has been a
all
long time since
chemistry,
I spent
higher
any
than
time
high
alone.
school chemistry.
In
You
fact,
get it?
literally
Oh,
forever.
so she's definitely like,
Yeah, many
I'm not good
suits.
at these things. Did she just use literally wrong? So
Yes.
bad at this? I almost believe her.
This speed date is bad. I'm sorry. This
Next.
speed date is very bad.
Wait, that's it. Nobody is bad at social interaction. What if she's doing this on purpose? But why?
She doesn't want to be here.
Because she doesn't want to date a headless woman.
Maybe I can drag it out of her?
So, what brought you here anyway?
A friend of mine got me a ticket and told me I should go. An experiment of sorts. I probably shouldn't have come.
Oh.
The chime
Are you
rang
dating
out
against
again, and Foos, is it
Foes.
Foes or Foos?
Foes.
Foes, Foes rose from her seat.
I am sorry for wasting your time.
Oh.
Aww. And she turned away. Out of the corner of her eye, I thought I saw a tear run down her face. Come back, big beautiful lady! No!
She was so stuck up. What's her deal?
Oh, there's the voice. There's the voice.
Yeah.
That's
But
a bit
yeah.
higher now, though. But that's the voice.
Yeah, it's higher now, but it sounded like you in the beginning.
I don't
Oh.
think she was fully honest, but I think she's got something going on. I hope she finds whatever she's actually looking for.
Whatever. She could have at least been a little nicer.
I guess.
My mind lingered on Foos. Ooh, crap. Foes. But the night continued on. Many faces, tails, ears, and wings came out and went. Finally, the last person of the night reached my table. Ooh.
Hey, let's go.
Ooh. The
Why the goat
eyes,
eyes?
the
Like the
eyes
goat.
caught me
Why
off
the goat
guard.
eyes? Why the
We're
goat
going
eyes?
to
Oh my god, why the
First,
goat eyes?
date a
I
goat.
love goats, but their eyes are so terrifying. I love goats, but their eyes are absolutely terrifying.
We're
oh
gonna date a
boy.
goat. Let's go.
At first, I thought she was just young. Too young to be here, even. She was pretty, but in a cute way that I could pass off as youth rather than beauty.
Ah, let's see.
Baby
More than
face.
that, though, she was so small. Even when she stood on the tips of her tentacles to
Oh,
help herself
tentacles.
up onto the tentacles
Oh, so she's an
on
octopus
the
then.
chair. That makes a lot more sense now. Her waist was only barely above it.
Okay, so octopus eyes. Either way, goat octopus eyes. Either way, they're both terrifying.
Yeah, they probably are equal size now that I'm thinking about it.
When I met her gaze, however, it was clear she was my age. Her countenance,
Yep.
the line and intelligence beyond that of her youthful appearance, and her sheepish smile gave off the impression that she knew what she looked like. It was almost like she was apologizing for it.
Hey there, I'm Beth.
Hello, I'm the lolly.
The girl looked surprised, like she didn't expect me to be so high energy. To be fair, I was faking it. It had been a long evening, and my social battery was more than a little drained.
Hi, my name's Chi-Chi.
That's Chi-Chi from
And her
Dragon
name
Ball.
is Boobies.
Hey. Chi-Chi means a lot of things in different languages.
Okay.
Her voice was small and cute as she was.
Mm.
She stared at her hands as she wrung them. I could feel her anxiety from here. Anxiety.
Hey, I know it's been a long night, but it's almost over. We can both head back home and relax with a good book and chill for the rest of the evening. Just gotta get through one more conversation. Right?
Chichi stopped fiddling with her hands and looked down at me with awe. She gave a little gasp.
You like to read?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do. I read during all my breaks at the coffee shop. And when we're dead. Which is often.
That makes sense.
Yeah. As
Yeah. Reading is for the dead.
What do you like to read.
as the saying
My favorites are
goes.
romance novels. Have you ever read any Jane Austen?
Slow down. I have read some Jane Austen. She's not my favorite, though.
What is?
I love how they misspelled Jane, so it's like we
Jane.
can't get sued. Can't
Jay.
get
I'm
sued.
still, but
I'm a big
can
fan
you
of
get
books
sued for
that
just
make you
mentioning
think.
an author?
Not
I
just
don't
about
think
the
so. I
story,
think she's been
but
around long enough where
about
it's
what would
like
happen if you were in the
you
story.
won't get sued.
One of my favorites is Chapel of Petals. I read it every year, and I always find something I never noticed before.
Oh, I think I know that one. Isn't it scary, though?
She was starting to sound anxious again. For some reason, I felt the desire to protect her, so I decided to change the subject just a bit.
Definitely in some parts. But the scary parts make the normal parts feel more, I don't know, important.
I know exactly what you mean. It's like how the juxtaposition between the flowery language in some romance scenes and the regular language in the others enhances both.
Yeah, just like that.
Yes, I agree with whatever it
I
is you
like
just
the
said.
saying, but they
Whatever
really
you just said.
use a lot of words that are just not necessarily used in common language.
She's not a common person.
I found myself becoming more excited talking with her. I didn't want the conversation to be over, even though our tastes in novels were as far apart as it could be. It felt like we could learn and grow from each other.
And then
Before
I
I
read
knew
this
it,
Omega book in which
Wait, what?
oh god, I was like,
Oh,
just gonna
oh my
just
god.
gonna let Lady Yama take over. It'd be like, I'm good. They're like, but before I knew it, the bell rang and my last interaction of the night was over. Chi-Chi's face fell.
I hope we
Oh,
get to see each other again. I had a
you
lot of
will.
fun talking with you.
Uh huh. Come on. No,
Whoop.
no, no,
And she
no,
like
no,
split
no.
off like she was like whoop. She was gone.
hmm
Not this moment. This is
her
my
little
moment tonight.
her little tentacles carrying her.
So
Before,
out of the
oh god.
entire night of speed dating, we got the hot one, the stoic one, and then the cute one.
Yes, the three typical archetypes in anime dating.
The three genders: hot, stoic, cute.
Oh, then there's like the fourth hidden pushy one, which is our friend, but you have to like do
Ah,
Mm,
some other hidden thing to like unlock her flag.
Nope,
yeah,
no,
oh,
that's
yeah.
too much work. That's just too much work.
ah,
And
four genders.
Mm.
before I could answer her, she hopped off the chair and glided away across the restaurant. She glided away.
Yeah.
Well,
She was cute,
octopus you
but
use.
those rings. I'm warning you now, that girl is venomous.
Okay.
She's a dead
What do you mean?
ghost zombie.
She's just looking for someone to connect with.
I mean it literally. She's a variant, Bez. Not just a normal Sela. Those blue rings are a dead giveaway.
Oh, come on. You can't possibly believe that.
I'm serious, Bez. Be careful around that one. She's dangerous.
I think dating somebody who's venomous would be kind of like
Dangerous.
advantageous. Advantageous. Just
Advantageous.
imagine.
I
Just
Yeah,
Yeah.
guess.
maybe,
imagine. You date somebody who's
maybe,
poisonous, they can murder all your enemies for you.
probably.
If they don't murder you
I,
first.
ro- I rolled
If
my
they don't
eyes
murder
at
us
Momo.
first, but still.
Right. I rolled my eyes at Momo as the host returned with the card I was promised. Now the only thing left to do is choose whose name to write down.
Now I'm choosing you to expect me to remember all those after 40, however many.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you can remember Chi Chi's.
I
Then
I believe go with the venomous person, but
mm-mm.
we can always go with the hound.
Well, the hound's
or
obvious.
What's wrong with the
Actually,
the
Phoenix?
The Hound is
Actually,
that's the stoic one.
Sim,
That's the one that was crying when
Sim,
he left.
The Phoenix one was like, I have to go. I say that. I
Yeah,
say
he
that.
looks like she could use a friend.
She fine.
Okay.
She'll be all right.
Chill, okay, just drop the Phoenix, I guess.
She'll
so
be
is it
reborn.
just so is
She'll
it
She's
just Kiki?
fine.
Phoenix,
Like
Phoenix,
the next life they'll try again.
Phoenix down.
Okay. Phoenix down.
Oh, Phoenix down.
Phoenix. Okay.
Phoenix down.
No Phoenix up.
The obvious choice is the Hound, and the dangerous choice is the
So we got
venomous.
obvious. We got obvious, dangerous, mysterious.
Yep.
The three
Uh,
genders.
why not go for the mysterious?
Well, we can go for obvious first. It's our first run, right?
Yeah, but because I want to try out some other stuff, I'm only gonna do one run, and then I'll post
Okay.
a link, and
Oh,
then
okay,
everyone,
okay, okay.
and then everyone can
It,
play it
Venomous.
on their own, and then
it's
rate the
a,
game, and then get the over with.
Venomous.
That's
it's
good.
up to
No
you at this
venomous.
point.
All right, so we
Go for
got.
the deadliest one. I
Yeah,
vote the deadliest one.
I do kind of want to do the deadliest one.
All right, we can do deadly. Why not? Who am I to say
Why
no?
just be like the most boring one? Why just be like
Really,
reset and read
might be.
books.
Well,
The end.
might be deadly, but ends up being wholesome and boring.
Hey,
Meh.
exactly.
Be
The
like,
end.
wow. After a long shift at the coffee shop today, I was happy to be reunited with my couch and freed of my work clothes and harness.
Yes.
I placed my head on my comfy pillow and reclined my body across the wonderfully plush cushions of the best investment I ever made.
A couch.
I mean, Momo paid for half, but still, this couch is my home on my days off, while she prefers the tub and her very expensive bed.
A couch potato.
The ringtone made me jump, especially after just settling into relaxation mode.
Mm-hmm.
I whipped out my phone and stared at my screen for a moment before decidingly answering the unknown caller. Doo 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 doo. Doo 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 doo.
The number is blocked
I
out too.
tapped
That's super weird.
I tapped on the speaker mode and placed my phone near my face.
Hello.
That was the happiest. Hello. Hello.
From the other end of the phone came a meek voice.
Hello. This is Cafe Mommy.
Huh? I caught myself falling into a habit at the coffee shop and cut myself off.
Mood.
Well,
This
that
is
one.
Bez, right? If I dial the number wrong, I will die of embarrassment.
I could hear the speaker's voice trail off as she muttered to herself words too cruel to match the tone of her voice, of her soft, nervous voice. Nervous voice. After a brief pause, I realized who this voice belonged to.
Chi Chi? I didn't expect to hear from you so quickly.
Oh, yes.
Of course,
I was
Chichi is
wondering if I
French.
could possibly stop by the coffee shop later.
Look at the. What are those hats called? Artist hats? Artisan hats?
The artist hat.
Fedoras.
Oh,
No,
beret.
no, no. They're not called fedoras. What's
Beret.
it called?
Wait, they're called
Beret.
berets?
Yeah, there you go. Berets.
Um,
I managed to find the last available copy of Ego and Inequity we had, and thought I could maybe bring it by.
Wow.
that's crazy.
Ego and
Not Pride and
iniquity.
Prejudice. I love it. It's called Ego and
Pride and
Inequity.
prejudice.
Yeah, that's what it
Wait,
is. It's called Ego and
I didn't even catch
Inequity.
that. Ego and pride and prejudice.
Really
That's funny.
trying really hard not to
Doesn't get copyright books.
Yep.
Well, the books isn't the
I feel-
copyright over them? How long old are the books?
Oh, probably
I don't
pride and
know.
prejudice is pretty old.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's over 100, but I don't know. Maybe you can still get sued.
I felt my excitement rise. I mean, the book was an excuse to see her again, but she really went through the trouble for me. I wasn't the biggest fan of Jane Austen. In all honesty, I had to read a lot of her books during my high school literature classes, so they didn't leave the best impression on me.
Wait, did she write Pride and Prejudice?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Huh, that's funny.
It's been
Maybe
210
reading
years. Why are they still bothering with this?
Maybe it's just
Because
like a fun nod.
maybe reading them now wouldn't. I didn't even finish,
Sorry.
but thank you. Yeah, yeah. Maybe reading them now wouldn't be as bad. Of course, the potential of seeing my new favorite Celia Grilli
Girly?
Celia
against.
Girly?
girly.
Girly.
Celia girly.
Oh,
The girlies.
girly.
The
I couldn't.
girlies.
Oh, sorry. It's
Girly, but
girly.
still.
I okay. I thought I almost said grilly. Uh, okay, girly again so soon definitely sweeten the deal.
Isn't the Celia things? Is it? Aren't those like the floating spirit thingies?
Celia,
Like like
Celia.
an actual lure.
Yeah, I think is it Greek? It's Greek. Greek. Yeah, it's Greek. It's I believe either Poseidon or it's based on Poseidon. I think Poseidon had a lover and somebody got turned into a monster chick because of it. Somebody got jealous of somebody in Greek mythology and got turned into a monster.
That sounds like Greek. That sounds very much like Greek. Yeah, somebody does the thing that the other person doesn't like, and then things happen, and then
Yeah, like
and
I
now we
believe
have
Poseidon
tacos.
got a. Now we got tacos.
Oh, wow.
Oh boy.
I didn't expect you to go out of your way for me.
It honestly made me blush a little.
Oh, well, you seem interested in Jane Austen. You know, I I know you said you prefer adventure and exploration, but she had a wonderful novel, and there's a movie that was based on it, where it plays out like a game of Clue.
Blues Clues?
Blue's Clues.
Uh, yeah. My focus was pulled from Chi-Chi's voice as Momo emerged from her bedroom. She ran up to me and threw herself against my chest, knocking my phone off the couch. What
What is
the
happening right now?
process? She's such a drama queen. No, she's an attention. Oh
Desi.
God!
See, does that not
There
sound?
it is.
Does that not sound like your
Yeah.
twin sister, Ima?
Sorry, hold on. I didn't hear
Vocal
it.
twin sister.
Let me see.
Vocal twin sister.
Hold on. Let me play it. Let me see if I can have it play again.
Desi.
Yeah.
Now you might not think that because like your voice sounds different inside your head,
That's true.
but it does.
That song's close to your voice. That is like very close to your voice to us at least. Also, I
Okay.
looked up the Celia. It's a story. The story basically is about a sea nymph. Poseidon liked the sea nymph. Hera wife got jealous. Hera and his wife got involved. Punished the sea nymph for like Poseidon being all horny and got turned into a monster.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah, that's basically why we got
Yeah.
octopus now.
Cool. Got it.
I hold her with. Oh god.
Although I
I
really
hold her.
do wish why Poseidon always ends up getting his lovers punished for his crimes.
How dare
Oh
you be
boy.
pretty? Get out.
Wah.
Like victim blaming. Greek mythology needs to stop.
I hold her with
Anyway,
my arms and scowl at her.
What? What?
She then noticed my phone. Oh, okay, hold on, wait a minute. A light with a phone call? She
yeah,
grinned.
The English is very proper.
A
The English in
light.
this game is very, very proper.
She then noticed my phone, a light with a phone call. She grinned mischievously.
Yeah, the language is very proper.
This is
I find it.
proper?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's proper English. Like usually you would shorthand a description if you don't have
A
visuals for
light.
it. Yeah, so when you don't have visuals, you would explain the entire scene. So, but when you have a visual novel, you kind of shorthand the description because you kind of like have a visual to go with it. So this person is like explaining the scene in a proper way, even though we can technically mentally visualize what's going on.
I'm guessing the
Like,
script was written. Huh?
I got like, okay, the phone was lit and she was on the
Yeah,
phone call. I
yeah,
just I've never heard the word alight
Well, you
in a
and
sentence.
then also perfunctorily.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They're very proper with the descriptions, which is not bad, but you usually don't shorthand. You don't really shorthand descriptions in your own head. That's the problem.
Oh wait, hold on. I gotta get something. Give me a second.
Kind of like, kind of don't
Like
over
she
explain. Like I wouldn't say
she
my phone is on in my hand. That
My
that
screen was
makes no.
alight with
I would say that she noticed the phone in my hand.
with cool
couldn't
images.
she say like this as the screen was on?
She noticed that the screen was on. She noticed I was in a call, but no, I like they wouldn't be fancy. I got you. Yeah, they wouldn't be
Yeah,
fancy.
yeah, I get it. I get
Okay, okay, all right.
it.
They
Descriptive.
wanted to be fancy with just okay, all right.
Ooh, guys, big
Okay,
news.
They
I'll
want
leave
to
it
be
alone.
Reaper 7
descriptive.
is out now.
Hmm?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wait, what's out?
Reaper 7.
Well,
Right in time for Halloween because
no,
it's Reaper.
Congratulations to all Reaper users.
Yes.
not. I found a new Plague Doctor plushie,
Okay.
and now the Reaper will go well with it.
Yes.
Reaper will go
I
well with
mean,
Plague Doctor.
I don't know how you're gonna like use a music audio software with like a plushie,
Exactly.
but I mean
Hey,
that.
hey, I said Reaper would go very well with it. I could just stick the doll right next to the software.
Sure.
I don't
It's
gotta
just
use
it's
it.
just
Sure.
it's a big plushie of the logo.
It's a big plushie of the logo.
There you go.
Wow.
It
All
never
right.
ends.
I will pick a plush of
Man.
anything that exists. I will do it.
You're playing the mute.
There we go. All right, continue.
Okay.
This music.
I mouth a
Why
shh
is it so
at her,
whimsical?
but that didn't stop her from slipping out of my grasp and ducking next to my head and hear Chi Chi talking
Sorry.
about Jane Austen's other man. I hate when this happens in real life.
Oh, that
Masterpieces.
is true. That is true. When someone tries to listen into your conversation,
You're like,
repeatedly.
what's up? I'd be like, why?
Oh, you talking to York Mark? Oh, y'all got something
Yep.
over that?
The one thing that's the sibling and the annoying best friend trope. Oh, you're talking to someone on the phone. Ooh, who is it? Can I
Hey
listen
y'all,
in?
hey friend, how y'all doing? Hey friend,
Hi.
hey friend. I'm like, go
Hi.
away.
I don't have
Hi.
Leave me
any
alone.
she would do that, but that's the trope.
Hey friend.
Let me. I hate there's like the double edged sword to that, especially like you ever hear your friends just talk with their friends, and then all of a sudden when you have friends to talk to, they'd be like, "Man, who is this? Like, y'all sound weird," and I'd be like, "Leave me alone.
And nobody
I
asked
don't
you.
bother
Go
you.
away.
Like these are
But
my people."
this is more of a this reaction is more of like a annoying sibling reaction. Like you won't really have a friend, even a roommate who would be like, "Ooh, who is that?" I try to lean in closer to their phone. I
I
feel
would.
like you.
I totally would.
This
I will
is
never see
more
me
of
try
a
that. So
I've
this
done
is
that.
more of an
Try.
olderly sister bond, which I can sense it now.
I don't know. Enemy's weird like that. All right.
Okay, I'll read the thing.
Momo, I want to make a good impression on Chi Chi.
Yeah, it's an older sister vibe.
yeah,
Momo twists her face into a scowl and replies in her own harsh whisper. What?
Chi-Chi, what did I tell you about that Sela girl? Be careful.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
like bigger
that
sister.
is not me.
You're like,
Okay,
I'm-
to be fair, she didn't sound like ever since you came in she stopped sounding like you. But at the beginning she really was sounding like you.
it was literally
Yeah.
you all the way.
I do love the fact the minute that she entered the the Discord, the voice just went up an octave.
Right. It was like, but the beginning is
So
like,
was
whoa,
like, it was
that sounds just like IMO.
Okay, I guess.
The voice went up an octave, and that was it. It's over. The resemblance gone.
Yeah, it's almost like it was never my voice.
I moved my body from
We
the
need to
couch
go back
backward.
into the like, make us play that line that you speak that got us.
I'm not going. I'm not going back
Yeah.
over there.
No, no,
Yeah,
I
honestly,
don't know.
you don't
She's
have to go
there.
back.
Yeah, she's in here. She's basically older sister.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Reading the line, it was
I
like
can't.
I
I
moved.
can't trust
This
that on
is
either
giving
level.
older.
It is giving older sister vibes though.
It's giving older sister vibes, but once again, can't trust visual novels.
Yeah.
They tend to be weird.
She giggles as I tickle her and return my focus to Chi-Chi, still going on about her other favorites.
So, if that's more your speed, you might also enjoy Lord Byron's works too.
Oof. What in the match?
I couldn't help but smile at my little bookworm's uninterrupted ramblings of her favorite things.
I feel like we made a mistake and picked the boring route. No offense, game
We
developers.
picked. It's
Yeah, started
That's
this
the
route.
relaxing route.
Get crazy later.
It feels like
God,
the wholesome route. It does. It feels
like
wholesome.
the wholesome
honestly.
route.
Y'all
This feels
chose, but you
wholesome.
said y'all said
Okay.
this is visual. Y'all said these are visual novels, so anything can happen.
All
Exactly.
right, well, let's get through it. All right, realizing.
Okay. Realizing the thought I just had, I feel my flame grow in fervor, and my face heating up. Momo looked on curiously.
Bess? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep going. I'm sure.
You have wonderful recommendations. You are definitely making me want to read a lot more genres.
A quite satisfied laugh fell through the speakerphone.
I'd love to see you at the cafe.
A soft intake of breath on the other side communicated Chi-Chi's satisfaction. I could almost feel her smile through it. Ooh, the music gives the charm.
All right, tomorrow?
Chi-Chi's voice was full of relief.
Yeah. Tomorrow. See you.
A dial tone played as I got my body up to put the phone back into my phone. I could feel Momo's pout emanating from the floor. All I could do is roll my eyes as she wagged her finger at me while walking back to her room. I got to work. It was an opening shift, so it was pretty quiet. The morning rush came and went. My coworker for the day came in around 11 a.m. for their closing shift. During my 15, I read up on some scaly. Oh crap!
Celia.
Cilia a little.
Wow.
Scylla?
You could say
Okay.
Scylla, you could say Cilia, but I believe the L's are just pronounced together. I
So
can't really find actual pronunciation anyway for that word. It's great. I don't know the
I'm
phonetic
just gonna say it's Scylla a little.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, Scylla a little. I could feel my nervous anticipation to see her again wind itself in my stomach. I had to close my phone and busy myself with monotony to avoid dwelling on it. The afternoon steadily moved along at an agonizing pace. That was until Chi-Chi passed the window of her shop. She waved excitingly as she slipped in.
Arus 218.
The people
Are you
sputtering
headless? Oh
around,
no, I'm
waiting
too
for
late.
their
You sold
drinks,
yourself for
took notice
pleasure.
of
Oh
her
well, your
presence.
life not mine. What
I
are they
guess
serving
Celia-
in that
Scylla,
cafeteria?
as a race, are pretty rare, even in a large city like this.
Hold on. Let me. What's up, Aris? Let me read what you said. Oh, it's a Doulahan. So yes, she is hitless. Oh, you're
Is
not
that
not allowed.
pound
What
cake?
are they? What are they serving at the cafeteria? Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like little cakes and danishes and whatever else. Yeah,
Looks like golf balls in the back.
looks like they serving golf
The,
balls.
there's
Exactly.
dark
Tasty.
there's dark chocolate cookies, and do I see
Those are
like
cookies. Look like chocolate cookies, vanilla cookies, and strawberry
Arus
rolls.
218. Doing
I thought
okay,
that was
just
shrimp
wondering why my
cupcakes in the
PREV
background.
speech wasn't mentioned.
Nah, those are. Let me zoom in. Those are snail decorated cupcakes.
Yeah,
Ah,
but the
okay.
white poofs in the
Zoomed in.
background.
I zoomed into the cupcakes. They look like you're right, either snails or shrimp. But I'm just hoping I'm hoping they're snails.
Your previous speech was mentioned. You talked about, "Are you headless?" Oh no, and I said, "Yeah, she's a Doulahan. That's why she's headless."
Ah,
Sold your soul for pleasure. Oh well.
I'm trying to figure out whether or not these monsters eat their significant others.
Wait, what?
Probably.
Probably.
Arus 218.
I mean,
Like the
hey.
girl with ears she
Remember,
inhale.
this was one of the few monsters mentioned in the Odyssey, so I'm trying to figure it out.
The girl with ears. She is not an elf. She is a Sela, which is like an octopus thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
octopus monster. Blame Poseidon for their existence, because once again, Poseidon is like his brother Zeus.
oh, if she's an octopus, more than likely, no, they don't eat.
Arus 218.
Because I
Trust me,
think
I said
the
something
whole
before
point
about the girl with
is,
horns.
with octopus,
Oh, I don't
they
know.
starve to death to make sure their children are good, so they don't eat until children are good.
That's very maladaptive. I'm
Yep.
just gonna say that.
Carefree Jello
Hey,
says very likely.
carefree is on the case.
Yeah.
I had that one.
Alright,
piece.
so I just looked up the story
Yeah.
because I had to know it. I looked up the story. So Poseidon decided he liked a very pretty looking nymph, and his wife was like, "Well, this is my husband. I'm gonna turn you into a monster." And then I believe she destroyed and devoured a bunch of ships.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
yeah,
That's great.
yeah. In her like cause into becoming a monster, she couldn't control her limbs.
Arus
So
218.
destroyed a bunch of ships.
Until they are
Got
good.
killed by Odysseus.
Oh wow, they
And then
following
her
Kronos'
father,
footsteps.
Was a sea god, decided to like restore her life and bring her back.
There we go.
And
So no nomming on other types.
no nomming on people, but destructive, yes, very.
Yeah, but no self cannibalizing or nomming of any sorts, as most sea creatures might do.
Yeah.
All right.
Was originally a nymph, and as you know, pretty people in Greek mythology ends up getting messed with, sadly.
Of course.
All right.
It's
I didn't even read the line.
That's done.
Okay. Like two polar ends of a magnet, as she moved, she seemingly pushed the patrons away from her.
Yikes, maybe.
Mhm. Or
So,
was it
I'm
more like a
confused.
shark in a guppy pond?
So she is dangerous.
Chi-Chi seemed to notice and momentarily hesitated. The immense wave of animosity made the already small Scylla woman shrink even smaller.
Aww.
But with a deep breath and a renewed determination, she slid past the patrons and right up to the counter.
Aquaman here.
She cracked a slight smile as she approached, arms bearing a copy of Ego and Equity. Inequity. At the counter, she eagerly extended the book across the countertop and into my awaiting hands. In return, I gingerly offered a copy of Chapel of Petals as a replacement. Chi-Chi cooed, or code.
What is this? What is the original title of that book supposed to be?
I want to say Tower of Roses or Roses of something. It has something to do with roses. I know that. So I think it's either Tower of Roses or I'm thinking about a Jane Austen novel, and usually she uses rose imagery. So I'm thinking it's like Tower of Roses or Church of Roses or something.
Okay.
Excitedly as she claimed.
Finding copies of this in print is a minor miracle. To have it so loved and in such a good condition as well. I can tell how much this means to you.
I think this is actually the same voice actress that plays Momo.
Do you mind
Probably.
if I sit down and read this a bit? If I order something?
Yeah, the
Yes.
high pitch seems to like kind of blend into each other at this point. Like they all sound alike now.
Yeah.
I cracked a wry smile.
A wry smile.
Yeah,
A wry smile.
Not a wheat one.
Already flipping a cup over and running the milk farther.
Nonsense! It's on the house. My shift ends in 15. If you think you can wait that long.
Chi-Chi looked around nervously before affixing her gaze on a vacant corner of the cafe.
I hope you like coffee.
Chi-Chi, whose gaze has not left the spot she settled on, answered me automatically.
Love the stuff.
And, oat milk?
A match made in heaven.
I laughed a little at her earnestness. I don't think she knows how charming it is. As I tapped out of her espresso and ran the machine, I followed her gaze on the two seats in the corner next to the windows. A small table between the two longly armchairs.
Oh, that's a good
Lounging.
spot. A perfect.
Okay?
A perfect reading nook. Yes.
Her eyes broke from the chairs and locked onto my face. Her excitement was almost as palpable as the espresso vapors wafting from the spouts,
Wafting.
wafting. With
So
the
I
last
looked
drips,
up the reference for that book. I found an Elden Ring location.
Oh.
And a book, a D&D location, and a book called Crown of Roses.
I mean that.
that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, but I find it funny that Chapel of Roses is a location in Elden Ring.
Yeah.
With the last drips from the espresso brew into her cup, I tapped the frothed oat milk and poured it into the espresso. I secretly finessed her cup before finally revealing it.
Mm-hmm. Aww.
Look at that.
that's
It's a
pretty
mini Cthulhu.
I leaned across the counter and handed Chi-Chi the latte mug. Her face grew from a happy satisfaction with a warm beverage to pure joy when she noticed the latte art, a little octopus drawn in the foam, but the suckers on the tentacles were shaped like hearts.
Cute.
That is
Chi-Chi-
adorable romance in Cthulhu.
Mm-hmm.
Chi-Chi
Arus
excitedly
218.
took the cup
Ah, what an uncooked
to
lake.
her reading nook, smiling warmly back at me.
He said, "What an uncute latte." What do you mean, Iris? That latte's adorable.
Yeah.
That's at least
It's
$5.
adorable.
But yeah,
Nah,
that's at least a
that's-
$5 latte. That is
That's a
a
$5. That's a $5
$5.
latte.
Yeah.
Looked like it smelled like 10.
In that tiny cup? Nah.
No.
15. Telling you,
15.
Maybe.
it's 15 to 25 in there.
It's
15 to 25 in there.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
can't. The way it's drawn in the cup, that can't be $5.
Nope. It's definitely higher.
Yeah. What if it was 25 though?
Nah,
Yeah.
$25 latte. I would have to like be selling my soul to buy a $25
Arus
latte.
218.
You'll be selling your soul
Are
a whole
those
bunch of
suckers
times.
for hearts in the tentacles?
And like,
Yep.
it's like
Selling
come.
pieces.
They were.
As I come out from the back room, changed from my work clothes, I greeted Chi Chi with an awkward side hug and sat down across from her.
Oh, good timing. I just finished this chapter.
Chi Chi's Chi Chi's eyes were lit up like a child's on a Christmas morning. This would be great to play Christmas songs.
Whimsical
To
music.
my, to my surprise, Chi Chi had already managed to finish a considerable amount of the book.
Oh, wow! Holy snaps! You managed to read all of that already? How much did you get through?
I'm just about to
44
finish the
chapters.
9th chapter.
Wow, she speed reads
What
like
can I say? I read quickly.
that's like freaking.
After I hit the
speed
part where they find the cavern,
Uh-huh.
I was so excited I couldn't stop.
Chapter 9? What's your favorite part so far?
I really love how David talks about his wife. The romance in his feelings is so clear. He really loves her. But it's also really sad seeing him struggle to figure out how to show her how much he misses her.
I have
She
to take
continued.
outing, so I'm just gonna head out a little bit.
Okay.
Ready.
Okay. Don't
Nice,
go!
nice
Okay.
brief chat. If the
Yep.
voices come as back to close as yours again,
Yeah,
I'll
just tell me. I'll arrive right on time.
Alright. I'll just record it and send it to you.
There you go.
Or you could download the game yourself and play it and rate it.
Yes, do that.
How
After
long is the playtime of the game?
I don't know, but I'm imagining it can't be that long. It's a game jam game.
You should like at least like half an hour to at most an hour or two.
Yeah, it's just that we're like sitting and talking, so it seems longer.
Yeah, so I can hurry up the pace.
Yeah, but before you rate this game, rate also Clock Out at 2, which is the game from Melanated Game Kitchen, which is one that we worked on. Oh, okay. What are we doing?
Choices.
To
Choices.
continue.
Do you want to
Yeah,
talk about what
she continued
happened?
excitingly recounting every minute detail to me as I
So,
looked on the letter.
this is okay. So,
Wait,
do
yeah,
you want to
wait,
reference the fact that everybody was intimidated by a tiny octopus girl walking into the cafe, or do you want to mention it? It's either you want to be like, what happened earlier, or nah, let's not bring it up. It's
It's getting a little too vanilla for me. Let's spice it up and just bring it up. You know,
all right.
good
Go
relationships, you
for
need
it.
open communication. We just keep hiding it. It's just not going to go away.
Did you also like the part where David had his breakdown? The first one. The second one seems excessive to me. We're only at chapter 9 after all.
Yeah, forget about that. Why was everybody acting all weird?
Yeah. I like that it portrays his character and lays out his fears. I don't mind his second one, but that's a little spoilery.
I smiled a little while thinking about the exact timeline of the story, then remembered what happened when Chi Chi arrived at the coffee shop. She could see my expressions change.
Am I talking too much?
Oh, no, gods, no. You're adorable.
I try to laugh over my feelings of unease, but it comes all forced.
What's wrong?
It's about how the customers reacted to you. It made me really angry on your behalf.
And Chi-Chi looked away and out of the window, nervously tracing a finger around the rim of the mug.
So, do you want to talk about what happened earlier?
Yes. I could see Chi-Chi's shoulders tense, and her back turned rigid. Her jaw muscles,
Sorry.
well.
I didn't mean to bring up such a sensitive
Sorry.
topic. It was
All
just
right.
really painful to see you being treated like that. It made me sad to see someone I like so much for people to react to you
should be careful. Like, what?
Chi stood up suddenly and made to leave. I gasped for her hand as she passed.
Wait, please.
Chi eyes stared to well up with the tears as her face started twisting into a deeply uncomfortable and pained expression. I placed my head on the table and gently took her other hand, collapsing both softly.
I just wanted to check in. I'm not making judgments. I actually don't really get what's going on. But people are being super rude to my new friend, and I'm trying to understand why. My roommate said something about your lovely blue rings, but I could tell she was being rude too. So I'd rather hear from you.
Though her sniffles, Chi squeaked out of explanation. Ooh, the portrait is gone.
Yeah, because her head,
Lovely good.
she's not holding her head.
Blue-ringed
Oh.
octopuses are some of the most venomous animals on the planet. Second to only the cone snail.
I nodded silently as Chi took her sleeve and wiped her nose, then sniffed again.
And people think that because I have the same blue rings, I must be venomous too. They just decide I'm dangerous without even asking me. I'm not poisonous. I'm not a poison dart frog. No one will die if I touch them.
Chi-Chi's unusual soft reserved voice broke and gained volume as she went on.
I don't even have a sharp beak like an octopus. I have no way to inject the venom even if I had it.
She huffed, then sniffed again. Looking around, now empty, late afternoon cafe, she signed again.
They always say you can't judge a book by its cover. And yet,
She tried to smile, but couldn't. It bit her lip as more tears welled up and fell unchecked.
I'm so sorry. That's incredibly unfair. Thank you for telling me.
I paused, just holding her hand in mine, stroking the back of her hand with my thumbs reassuringly.
For what it's worth, I think your blue rings are ethereal.
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 From her sleeve, I could just make out a smile. After taking a couple of minutes to collect herself, she sat back down. I gnawed at my lips anxiously before standing up myself and turning to her stiffly.
Would you like another cup?
I motioned to her very empty latte. She sniffs and nods graciously. I take my head back to the workstation and make us another 2 lattes. My coworker eyed me with curiosity, then raised his eyebrows twice, a universal inquiry into one's love life. I
I never knew
shrugged.
that was.
I did not know that was like that.
I shrugged with a shy, sad smile, and he chuckled while shaking his head and turning back to his own machine. What? And taking a deep breath, I returned my own lattes, and she slowly closed her book again, leaving her finger in the pages as a bookmark. She took a sip of the latte.
perfect.
My body did an excited shimmy to show my pride.
Hey, Biz?
I turned my head over to her, trying to clear out my dry mouth, but it was impossible, so instead I just smiled at her. Chi smiled a little at me struggling.
I just
Arus
wanted to
218.
say,
Left her finger? Oh snap.
No, that's not what I meant.
Nah, we
I
picked the
tried to
wholesome route.
I tried to remain calm, but my flame betrayed my feelings. Tears stung my eyes. I blinked rapidly to clear out the evidence, and then cough out a response.
Yeah, of course, Gigi. Whenever you want to vent about all that bullshit or whatever you're going through, I'd like to be there to lend an ear.
Chi-Chi teared up again, but was smiling.
Thanks.
After a moment of staring deeply into the other's eyes, my coworker coughed. Chi-Chi took a big breath and got out of her seat.
I'd best be going. It looks like your coworker wants to close. What are you doing now?
Chi-Chi smiled and tilted her head to the side.
Yeah. I usually walk home, but I wanted to do some shopping tonight. Where do you live? Do you want to lift home? Or maybe a leisurely stroll to the train station?
I thought maybe we could walk home together. But if you want to go shopping...
Chi-Chi trailed off, and her gaze moved to the ground, almost as she was afraid I might reject her at that moment.
That sounds absolutely lovely right now. I can go shopping tomorrow.
I grinned at her softly, trying my hardest to communicate my feelings through my eyes.
Ice speech.
Chi-Chi clapped her hands and smiled a small, shy smile. She wiggled over to me, her head just even with mine, and it hooked an arm gently into the crook of my elbow.
Lead the way, my shining knight.
I closed my eyes as I laughed inwardly. Get it? I'm a knight because I am a Dullahan. She laughed,
Lovely.
a little gremlin laugh, as she watched my expressions evolve. We sided out of the door, and I let her lead the way to her place. It was a surprisingly brisk walk, given her size, but I have banked on her tentacles giving her more speed with every calculated flick. I looked over briefly to study her expression, and every time she looked away, despite her efforts to hide it, I could still see her blush creeping up her neck and ears.
I'm sorry if I'm embarrassing you. You're just so cute to look at.
As the words escaped my mouth, I could feel my own blush creep up, and then Chi-Chi laughed. She broke into a fit of contagious giggles that made me join this chorus. We laughed until our sides were in stitches and we could no longer maintain any semblance of composure. We wheezed, desperate to catch our breath, and hurried over to collapse on a nearby bench. Hunched over, we turned towards each other and met others' gaze.
Oh gosh. I really needed that. Especially after just all that.
She sighed in relief and leaned her head over my shoulder. Staring down at me, I leaned back, holding my head at my chest and turned my chin up to look into her eyes. Without warning, she leaned down and planted a soft peck on my cheek. Her lips just gazed my face, leaving behind a sensation of longing. Her breath and lips were warm against the now cooling afternoon. How I wished her lips and would linger just a little bit longer. Them lips.
Wholesome indeed.
Wholesome indeed.
As she turned and popped back to my pads, she let out one last chuckle. This one, however, had a different edge to it. Uh-oh. It dripped a allure and tease. The laugh of a lover as she grabs your collar and drags you to bed.
Ooh, saucy.
Wow.
She spun around, then threw herself back onto the bench.
I really enjoyed today, even if I may have talked too much.
I reached out a hand and touched hers tenderly.
I'm glad.
After another moment of silence, we stood back up. I offered her an arm.
Shall we? Your knight is here to guide you home.
Chi-Chi smiled coyly and linked arms with me again. A comfortable silence reigned over the next couple of blocks, but it didn't take long before Chi Chi excitedly found another topic to talk about.
You know, Doulahan myths say you're going to try and steal my soul. How about we make a deal? I
Oh,
won't poison you if you don't steal my soul. Does that sound good?
that doesn't sound right. Like, unlike arms with Chi Chi, and walked backwards in front of her, matching her step for step.
That sounds like a great idea. Wait,
I paused, letting her catch up.
I don't even know anything about Doulahans. Did you go home after our speed date and look me up?
Chi Chi blushed, and we continued our walk.
Well, I was curious. You're not especially common, nearly as rare as I am.
Oh, that does not do that. Okay.
Chi Chi looked down at the ground.
I was wondering if you might have faced some of the same stigma I do. People judging me before they know me and all that.
I don't, but probably because people don't really know. If even I don't know, I can't imagine many of the general public know anything about the shady shit my ancestors did. Or whatever.
I slowed my pace to turn to Chi Chi and placed a hand on her shoulder.
I'm sorry that I can't understand your plight. I wish I did. So maybe I could relate to you better. Maybe then we could work together to take on the world.
I raised a fist excitingly.
I guess it's their loss. They're really missing out by not getting to know you. You're really wonderful.
I turned back around and again walked side by side with Chi Chi. I could tell she was trying once again to
Arus
avoid her
218.
face being seen,
GTG,
but
have
this
fun,
time
take
I
care
didn't
later
want to say a
everybody.
thing.
Yeah,
And then Arus met a sus bus and went missing. I mean arg.
Oh, speech to text. Text to speech is weird. Yeah. Peace out.
All right. The later afternoon sun made her tears sparkle before she could wipe them away. I couldn't help but wonder if she was anything more I could do, anything more I could do for her. We continued to walk back to her house with only the sounds of the bustling city permitting our silence. Yeah. I couldn't believe it only had been 2 days. I had been completing enthralled by the book, embracing what captivated Chi Chi. To my surprise, every page was more interesting than any one singular line I could remember from high school. Just everything Miss Darcy did for his love, Beth. Maybe it's because I had a crush, but it gave me butterflies thinking about someone doing that, thinking about me doing all of that for someone. Did I become a hopeless romantic over the course of a book? One book? I popped my
Yes.
body up from the couch and stretched when I heard Momo's door open. She was a freak.
You're finally done with that book?
See, now it sounds like I'm again.
Right? Had to literally leave the entire stream just for the voice to go back.
Yeah,
Repeat
it was a
that
good read.
word.
Yeah, I read it in high school. Didn't you say you didn't like Jane Austen?
Oh,
It's amazing.
Chi Chi really liked it, so I wanted to give it another fair chance. You know? Without judgment clouded by an essay or due date.
I placed my head on my lap and massaged my temples and eyes.
Oh, that's fair.
She paused whatever she was doing in the kitchen and twirled around.
Chi-Chi? The Sela girl. Still?
Still, yes? I think I might really like her. I'm not sure she feels the same, but she's...
Momo raised an eyebrow and licked a spoonful of something that smacked her lips, striding back to the kitchen with the spoon held high.
It's your life. I'm sure she's a nice girl.
She's very nice.
I sigh.
And Momo?
Momo made a noise of acknowledgement from the kitchen.
Can you drop the prejudice you have against her? She's not even dangerous at all. She's not even venomous.
The clattering in the kitchen stopped.
She could be lying.
She's not.
I could hear her sigh from the kitchen.
Please, Momo. I know you're scared for me. I need you to understand that those preconceptions are the lies.
More clattering from the kitchen before Momo suddenly slid into view. She knelt in front of me and took my hands.
I'm sorry. I get so wrapped up in the rumors sometimes. I know I shouldn't take those at face value. Bez, I know it hurt you, and I want you to understand how much I regret it. I gladly give you my blessing for whatever relationship comes of this pursuit.
I could feel tears threatening to pour from my eyes.
Thanks, Momo.
She stroked my hair and cheek before pinching it and smiling that mischievous smile, then tapped my nose as she climbed back to her feet.
Okay, Lovebird. Don't go too crazy with the books.
Don't die. Come back. Drink some water.
Sure.
Need a break?
Regardless, though. Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to take a break.
Okay. Regardless, though, I should go to the library to return this book to Titi. And maybe grab some new ones. As I stepped out the door, looked back through over my shoulder, I felt quite excited to see Titi. After my exchange with Momo, I was looking forward to her laugh and smiles. I walked down the street with an alien feeling of joy and pep in my step I hadn't felt in ages. Like the boots of Hermes were gifted.
Oh, sorry.
You
were gifted to me to aid my jovial prance. This is so wordy description, but it's hilarious. To the library. Things seemed brighter too. Maybe it's because I hadn't left the apartment in 2 days. But everything seemed happier. Girl, it's been what? You've known this person for like 5 minutes at the table and 1 afternoon in the cafe. Greener greens, yellower yellows, the concrete seemed to sparkle. The houses passed by, each of their own unique charm to them. Girl, you are done. Looking around, I could see some pups playing in the park, birds soaring through. Oh, you are so done. In the distance, growing ever closer, was my destination, the library.
Yay.
It's a pretty structure, all brick and glass, remodeled some years ago, giving it a mid-century flair. It's nestled among modern houses and postmodern skyscrapers. The glass doors slid open automatically, and I scanned my library card for the inner gates to open. Oh, interesting.
Ooh, look at the library.
Ooh, the library.
That's a very high-tech library where you gotta scan your library card to enter the library.
No, this is not a high-tech library. This is just a normal library.
No.
I have never had to scan my library card to enter the library.
I did.
Wow. Your library is very strict. I have never had to scan my library card to enter the library.
I mean, it's not that strict. It's just identification. Like,
Well, I guess New York is lax then, because I could just walk into the library and just go on the shelves and start reading the books without having to scan me to come in. You just gotta go through the metal detectors.
Alright, let's continue this extremely exciting visual novel.
I only walked a few feet before I spotted Tiki struggling to reach a shelf. He was leaning completely out to one side. She will all straight through. Sorry about that. Into raising herself just one more inch to shimmy the book into its spot. She's got the librarian glasses. I could just make out some explicitives under her breath when I rounded the corner to her aisle and saw a book slip from her grasp.
Oh, the CG.
Again, her eyes terrify me. What a hefty arm. Catching the book with all the suave I could muster,
That is quite an arm.
I tried my best to give off an air of coolness.
Need some help.
Winked, or rather, I tried to. She seemed a little stunned at my grand entrance, but then I saw the blush rise.
Thank you.
I grinned and offered the fallen book to her, my flame giving away my excitement.
I wasn't expecting my night to be so gallant.
She turned back to her cart and pushed it further down the aisle.
Oh, I can't help it when I see a damsel in distress.
Oh,
sorry.
So this is a common occurrence?
My god, her face. The hint of sarcasm wafted through her words. These.
I can't say it's a common occurrence for me to run into damsels who are indeed distressed. No, I don't get out much. You see, work keeps me busy.
Mm-hmm. So, given there was a damsel in distress, you would help them?
She was teasing me, so I couldn't help smiling. It kind of felt I was seeing another side to Kiki. She hadn't really teased me before.
As any good Samaritan would. But I have a lady I serve. She comes first and foremost.
Kiki hesitated just slightly on her next step
Tell me
forward.
about your lady.
I spun around and overtake her, walking backwards in front of her and the cart.
She's small, but a firecracker. Oh, and so beautiful. I love her hair and her style, but most of all...
I stopped my leisurely backward stroll and raised up my head to meet her gaze.
I think she's a wonderful person, with impeccable taste in literature.
Kiki's face slowly turned to a deep red when she broke our locked eyes and turned back to her book.
Sounds like a great person.
I'm glad you agree.
I couldn't help but wear a goofy grin on my face.
She even got me to read something that I've despised for years.
I pulled out a copy of You and the Iniquity from my bag and extended it out to Kiki. Without looking up, Kiki reached out and grabbed the book, placing it into the cart.
You read it so quickly.
She reached for the next book in her stack.
Did you end up liking it after all?
I remember my thoughts from earlier in the day. Thoughts of someone doing all of that for someone else.
Yeah.
The words caught in my throat a little, but enough for Kiki to notice. She looked up at me.
Really?
I nodded, then replied in a quieter tone.
Yeah, what Mr. Dracy did. And the character arc of Beth, I don't know. I guess I just appreciate everything he did for himself. Mr. Bengal and Beth, even his sister. So much more now. It was a great read. I'm so happy you recommended it to me.
Chi beamed.
You really read it?
Yeah. Wait. Do people not read books you recommend?
Well...
Oh, that's a
Audio. Yeah, it
that's
was.
a weird
It was
bug. Chi-Chi.
yeah, it
Well,
was spoken by Chi, but the color was meant for
I think it's a script thing.
yeah. Her eyes and voice trailed off.
Sometimes people just say that they did. Just to be polite, you know?
She played with the hem of her skirt.
I'm really happy you enjoyed it.
I nodded again, then loitered around as she finished putting her books away. When she got into a rhythm, she became really focused and worked with great efficiency. When the stack dwindled to the book I had returned, she picked it up and placed her hand on the cover gently.
I have to scan this in as a return. If you want to walk with me to the front desk.
I smiled and nodded. Yeah, this is very wholesome. I actually feel as though I'm watching a Canadian drama.
Yeah, it's nice. It's great. They live happily ever after and read books together and fall in love. The end.
Twist, you know, like oh, she's dangerous. Oh, something happens. It's been wholesome so far. Together, we walked to the front of the library to scan in my returned library book.
That was
This is a
super
very
longer than I thought.
Oh, it's not.
yeah, right.
It's not over. You sound like you just woke up.
Woo!
It's not over. It's still going.
I was listening, but it's just like, jeez.
Pack up the keyboard
Visual,
told us that
visual novels take a lot of energy.
I mean, visual novels usually are this long, but I figured since it was like, you know, a game jam one, it would be a little shorter.
Yeah, I want to know how many words they put for this thing.
They did say like 30.
This...
Oh, hold on. Let me check something. Because they did say like 30,000 words or something. Hold on.
That should at least be an hour and a half.
Oh shoot, where'd the...
That makes a lot of sense.
Hold on. Give me a second. Let me look at
That's actually enough for a little novella.
Yeah, I mean, visual novels usually are like whole books. Like they're long, like they're whole books. No, it's 30. Yeah, 30,000 word story with full voice dialogue. Dang, I did read that and then missed it. If I would have read this more accurately, I would have not picked the game because I would have wanted something with out voice so we can read it. Yeah. 7 unique endings. All right, you know what? This game is great. It is beautiful. I love it. But I'm going to make an executive decision.
Do skip and rush through. Because we can do skip. Like, at this point, we've just reached the choices and you can just read what little bit of the sentences to find out what to do.
Oh no, I mean that's better than I was just gonna be like, let's just cut it here. It's happy, it's nice, it's good.
It's happy and nice. Let's end on a good note. We don't want to see the drama.
And end on a good note. If you want to see what happened if you want to see what happens with Bez and what's her name? Chi-Chi, or Bez and the other girls, you can go and play yourself. And you can rate it. I'll put the link in the what's her face? I'll put the link here. It is a very high quality game though. It is good.
It is high quality. They have really good voice acting too.
It is. So let's see here. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. There's the link. So if you guys want to go check that out. Actually, here, let me go put.
Very wholesome music is putting me to sleep, and I need to go make cinnamon rolls. Let me go start my cinnamon roll dough before I fold them.
Yeah. Let's see here. Put this in like this,
Let me
and
put
then
it
I'm gonna put this in the streamer voice chat for you guys if you wanna. So yeah,
Perfect.
there you go. That's the game.
All right. I am going to move quick.
It's spoiler. I guess.
Huh?
Oh,
What happened?
I don't know why it's spoilered. The Discord spoiled the picture.
So Discord covered it up so you don't see what's going on. Yeah, I
It's
see
like,
it.
whoa, hey, calm that
This
down.
Wait a
this is
minute. Before I get on to the next game, I'm gonna get me some dang on coffee.
I'm gonna go and get some stew. So I'm
Despite
gonna move.
despite my energy, because Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to start making some cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon roll.
Let me check the calendar because I might actually have to go. Okay, yeah, so we can play. So we'll I might actually call it for today. I know that was like a very anticlimactic thing. I know it's like
that was super long.
Very long, but
And
it was really nice.
it was nice, you know. Halloween, you Spooktober, you like, oh, scary. But
Yeah,
this
it
time,
was a it was a it was it was a it
I
was a
didn't, I didn't, I didn't,
spooky wholesome theme.
I didn't quite read because if I had read the fully voiced dialogue, I would have picked a different game for that reason, and I did not read that. I read it and then I didn't read it. So, yeah. And then also the 30,000 words. That's how you know it. Like this is a whole thing. Like
Yeah, that's a whole.
we're playing a whole game. That's not a, like cuz I'm like, oh, you know,
That's a whole game.
I mean, it is cuz it's like if it was just a game jam mode game, it would be like, you know, we walked out the cafe and we knew we'd have a great life together, the end. But no, it just kept going.
God. Like we have a full
game jams.
So I'm gonna rate the game.
It's good though. That's one thing.
It is a really high quality game. So Halloween game, I mean, sure, they're
No.
monsters. I'll give it a 3-star.
It's more for romantic. I
Yeah.
was expecting horror.
Now, granted, we only played one route. Not
Yeah.
even. So I can't. So I'm just gonna say 3.
Yeah.
Log line. What was the log line? It was like Houlihan dates people. It was okay. Story. I don't know. Like it's kind of hard to say because I don't. Honestly, to me, that even with Celie, even with her name's Leslie, even with Chi-Chi, it wasn't that riveting. I'm sorry. It was just like it was a mid. But visual novels are longer, and I didn't get that far. So, music. Well, I didn't have any music. So, voice acting was good.
Yeah, voice acting was good.
Voice acting was it a 5? I'd say it's a.
I'd say their voices were really believable.
Yeah, I'd say it was good. It was good. Voice acting was good. Sound effects. I like the sound effects. The little kitchen rattling sounds and the ambience. It was good. It was 4. Character designs. I think the characters stood out well. I think that's a 4 too. Accessibility. I'm gonna put a 2 on that because I didn't really see too much. User interface design. It was good. It wasn't nothing like right home about it. It was fine. Game page design. The game page was. It was fine. I'll give it 3 stars. 3 stars is average. Game graphic and logo design.
And well, there's something I did really like what they did with their UI, and is that every time you see those dialogue boxes, you know who it is.
Right. I actually did like that. I'm gonna give that a 5 because
that kind of inspires me to add something like that because I don't see that in every game. I didn't think it really mattered, but that actually mattered.
I like the way the graphics looked.
I like the way the graphics look, so I'm actually gonna give that a 5.
Mhm.
Overall, I'd say the game's a 4. There you
The
go.
game's a 4 out of 10.
The game's no, it's a 4 out of 5.
Oh, okay. I was like,
So I'd say go ahead and rate it. Rate it yourself. I hate to run, but I'm gonna run, and we'll be back next week with better picking games. A better pick only because I say a better pick again in case anybody from the developer team is watching. Strangely, a better pick not because the game is bad, but a better pick because the whole point was to read voices, and the game already did that, and it's my fault. Man, this game is long though. It had 14 endings. No, it said 7 endings, and like 40,
yeah,
43 different
it's too many
routes.
dang
Like that's
endings.
whoever did this game jam, like they make visual novels outside of this.
They're dedicated. Very dedicated.
They make visual novels, and if they don't, they should.
Like they know
Yeah.
what they're doing.
Just imagine this is somebody's hobby. They're like, oh, this is just something I do on the side.
It's just something I do. You know, it's just what I do. Yeah, but I'll be back next Wednesday, and maybe I'll pick some games. What I'll do next time is I'll do some homework and pick some games ahead of time. So I'll pick some games ahead of time, and that way we won't have to guess like, is this or is that, or if it's like we open the game screen and like, what the F and beep 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 beep, and then they're like, wow, that's quite a line there, sir or ma'am. So yeah, that's we going blind. We smack into walls of text. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming. And again, if you haven't played it, clock out at 2 while you have played it. But anyone on Twitch, if you haven't played it, check it out. Clock out at 2. It's also in the Spooktober Game Jam, and rate that as well. And we'll see you guys next time.
Next.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
Dreamcore signing out.
Yeah, that was a good. It was. I was hoping for like she was sweet, but she